taking in-person sessions online can be maybe a little challenging if you haven't done it before. This is Mark Silver with Heart of Business, and I've had quite a few of our members and clients asking this question over the years, really. It's not a new thing, although it's reached a new urgency with the pandemic. Hi, Rafi. What are you crying about? Come on over here. Come here. Come here. Anyway, we have a very old cat who is not always happy. And so there's a couple things that I want to encourage you to remember as you consider bringing your sessions into a virtual space. One is that it's not going to be exactly the same. It's just not. If you're trying to reproduce the in-person experience, you will fail and it will not feel good. And so that's something to just embrace, because there are actually benefits to virtual sessions that don't happen in person. Nothing replaces in person. I just want to say that straight out. In-person sessions can be amazing, the presence, and yet there is a different value to having virtual sessions, to having the client be entirely in their own space, even while you're giving them guidance or support or feedback or whatever it is that your work is, can be incredibly, incredibly beneficial. The second thing that I want you to remember is, Rafi, do I need to come get you in the middle of the video? This poor guy is 19 years old. 19 years old. Rafi. So the second thing that I want you to remember is I want you to bring in a sense of experimentation, of play. There's going to be a lot of ideas that you're going to come up with, that other people are going to offer, if you ask them, that won't work as they are offered. But if you can bring a sense of experimentation and of play and of thoughtfulness and of like, how could that work? Or how could that be modified? Or what is the possibility here? You may come up with something really creative and interesting that may work. And then the final thing that I want to mention is for you just to have a willingness to try. You know, I first discovered doing virtual or long distance healing work, spiritual work, guidance work, because I was in a Sufi school where students from all over the country, in fact, all over the world, would then go back home between sessions, and we were supposed to do practice healings on each other over the phone. And they worked. They worked. It was crazy. They worked. Distance healing and distance work has been kind of just an accepted thing for far longer than the technology has existed. People have always sent prayers and support long distance. And so I'm going to recommend that you just try it out. Grab a friend, grab a willing client or two, and say, hey, can we try this out? I want to experiment with a few things. I'm not sure how they're going to work, but I've got some ideas. And just play around and see what happens. I think you're going to be really surprised. So I'm curious what you're finding in terms of taking your work into a virtual space. And, this has just been a brief touch. There's lots more to add, but hopefully this gets you started and allows you to find a sense of creativity and fun inspiration around it. This has been Mark Silver with Heart of Business, and I wish the best to you and your business. And Rafi says hello too.